Welcome back to the channel, everyone. CryptoArk here. I hope you're having an amazing day. And now let's do a market update and let's talk about what is coming next, right? The weekend is just around the corner. So let's talk about what possible plays that can happen over this weekend, right? Few things to talk as well is how to deal with higher time frames, right? We're going to have a look at that today as well. First, let's start with Bitcoin. If you follow me on Twitter, as you know, I placed some game plans, possible game plans for here. We are having an amazing rally for the last 20 days, almost 40 days, one and a half month. So far, no real retrace, right? This was one, but this was 10%, 12%. Around 12%. I count as a valid retrace for any bull market, like 20%, 10 to 20% is the usual retrace, right? The correction. However, people still not satisfied because we didn't see that big bounce, right? When you hit that 20%, you expect to see a big bounce, just like here. Maybe you can do a double bottom and then you do, a big bounce. That didn't happen yet. So what should we look at? You go to the daily, right? And you start looking at the weeks. As I usually say, the weeks are the most important information of a candle, actually, right? The body of the candle is not that important, or it's a secondary importance, right? Because the week will tell you what the market is doing, right? I think Binance posted something about how a candle is formed, or what some people call just candle math, right? I call it candle math, and I can present another video for you guys how to do candle math. It's basically how you combine candles in your head just to see what the market is doing. So you basically go, this is daily, you basically go to 12 hours, you see those two candles, right? That's forming the daily. You see what happened here? This is like a morning star formation, right? So that for sure, it's something that can push higher, right? But let's see how that last candle was formed, right? This is 8 hours, this is 6 hours. So two candles here formed at 12 hours. You see, they are two very bullish candles. They could form one more to form, what they call three white soldiers. But let's keep moving down. So 6 hours, let's move to 2 hours. How do we identify? Yes, it's definitely going up, right? It's an uptrend. So you see those confluences. In the daily, you only see a week. That's all. And definitely this formation here is something that I look for when I want a long, right? You see a week, and then the next one has a lower week, and then the body has to extend now, and we just opened the daily, right? It's 19 hours until they close. So you want to see this body pushing all the way through here. That's what we call Tweezer bottom, right? Is a formation that you can know later on is Tweezer bottom. It's a very bullish one, right? However, that nothing is guaranteed. The weekend is right around the corner, right? So this is what I want to highlight in this video, right? How to play the weekend game. That is not so hard, right? You have to think what the whales are going to think as well. As you know, we have the Bitcoin whale, one of the biggest whales, this guy right here, and this guy is buying like crazy, right? This was the last time this guy sold, was 13 last month, right? And now it's 5 November, and this guy is just buying unstoppable. Like, look at how many Bitcoins, right? 500, 600, 1,100. 200, 200, right? And he's buying at the prices of 60, 61, 60, 61, 62, 61, 61, 60. So this whale is not just believing we are going up, but he's actually moving the market, right? So back here, what we can think that's going to happen, we see this formation, as I said, things are looking kind of bullish, right? Not so bullish, not so bullish. We have those long wicks at the bottom. This is daily time frame, so it's high. And we have this level, right? This buying level. This is definitely a buying level. What can happen? Some whales may push down the price with the same weekend gain. You know how that works, right? Uh, they will try to get Bitcoin very low in order to believe it's going higher, right? Now, this is where market cipher and waves and momentums can help a lot, right? Forget my indicator for a little while. Let's just focus on market cipher. So on the daily, what you can see is the VWAP. You see this yellow line, the VWAP, it's starting to go down, but it's not like curving down, like a very good curve, meaning we may not see that big bounce yet, right? It's just shy. It's just shy. It's going down very shy. Let's look at another shy one here. See? This one here, yellow, looks just like this, the start of this, right? And what happened back here? Look at this. This was probably also a weekend, right? We form a candle and then push up, down, and back to a level like this, which is a buying level, right? So that could very much likely happen. Next thing to look at market cipher. The waves, the momentum, right? The waves momentum is curving down. You see there is a clip here, a red clip, meaning it's curving down. So the next 2 days, 3 days could push lower, right, on this momentum. Money flow, this green line, you see is decreasing, right? It's decreasing from this point. This was the highest point here, right here. And now it's curving down. And I'm talking, only about this time frame right here, right? I'm disconsidering whatever happens in September, because we're talking about weekend game. So very much that could happen, right? And we are just looking at the daily. As I said, you can go to lower time frames like 6 hours. 6 hours, 4 candles is forming the daily. So on the 6 hours, you can see the money flow. Now it's red, right? The money flow, as you can see, this green line down here as well, this green bar. It was green, and now it's turning red. Like it's starting to turn red. Like one red, small red here, and now a bigger red. So we might see another bigger red right here, right? The candlestick formation is bullish, yes, but look at how they are not matching, right? The confluence on the indicator and the price action is not the same. Of course, because the price action will reflect what whales are trying to do, right? What whales are doing at the very moment. The VWAP here is curving up on the 6 hours, meaning the next 2-3 ones we could come up a little bit, right? So this is what I expect for the daily. As I said, we might form here a tweezer bottle, pushing all the way up here. That makes sense. But then it's weekend. And as I said, if whales think we are going up, and this guy, the biggest whale, believes we are going up, most likely others will follow, right? And how they will follow, they will try to push down. This lower week here, as I said, look at how precise is to mark levels, right? The top of this week right here is exactly the bottom of this week, right? Exactly, like precisely that. Cool. Another thing that you can think as well is the Stochastic, the RSI, Stochastic RSI, depends on how people say it. Again, it's an indicator on TradingView. You can just say Stochastic RSI. TradingView does not have a documentation on it. Okay, interesting. But anyways, it's this line right here, right? It's a combination of, again, 2 moving averages on the RSI. So when they cross, it's bearish. When they cross down here, is bullish, right? So on the 6 hours, you can see they're crossing on the downside, on the bottom, meaning they could go up. It's very likely as well to stay down. Like this is very possible, right? The SRSI here just came down and just stays there, right? There's nothing meaning that it has to go up and down, up and down. It's not how it works, but it's just curving down now, 6 hours. Let's look at the daily. And on the daily, it seems it's like losing momentum, right? So it could curve down more, right? That's why the weekend, I see we may go down to this area. Let me draw that. This is what I may see happening, right? Then we go back here or here, right? Somewhere here. So we start Monday around those prices, 61, 62. What that means for alts. Let's have a look at dominance, right? Dominance on the daily is definitely bleeding a lot. As I posted, I believe we're going down back here to this line, and this line is definitely a sell 50% alts, right? Because it's the lowest point ever in history, right? If you go back here in history, you're gonna see that that point is a very crucial point for alts. Yes, it's not the lowest point ever, it's 35. So we might go at one point back there, but I wouldn't bet all my portfolio on that idea, right? Okay, back here. So dominance, I believe it's gonna bleed a little bit more, even over the weekend, right? Meaning alts will fight against Bitcoin, so they may thrive a little bit. You can see the BNB is exploding today. CRO, my gosh, CRO is great. Some alts like DeFi, it's not performing that well, except AAVE. AAVE is doing something kind of good in the last few hours. Like it's trying to go up. This was insane, right? This is probably the hype of the 1 inch. So DeFi just boom exploded that day. But you can see it's going up, right? So AAVE could be a good bet. Hey guys, so this I'm recording after the first video is just to give you the other scenario, right? That I forgot to mention. What if during the weekend, what if we don't see this tweezer bottom, and what if during the weekend we actually lose this level and we do something like this? Then yes, for the next few weeks or for the next 1-2 weeks, we might revisit this level, right? And this, if we do this, it's going to be a very good retrace from the top, from the all-time high to that point will be like 20%, which is a very valid correction, right? So at this point, with a strong level, I would turn extremely, extremely bullish, right? So that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoy. Hit the like button, subscribe, bell button, share, so show some love. You know the drill, right? See you on the next one.